It's in the game. It's the Indianapolis Colts and the Miami Dolphins, and it comes your way next on Madden Football.
A city known for its incredible skyline, its nightlife and beaches, today centered around this venue, Hard Rock Stadium here in Miami. Welcome to another entertaining matchup, folks. Kate Scott, Brock Heward on the call in this one. And Brock, got a couple of running backs down on the field who can really take over their offenses when they get in the groove.
And I think that's going to be the ultimate goal of both of these offenses, right? I mean, there's just no confusion about it. They want to get their bell cow in that groove and get them going. Find that rhythm where they're ripping off chunk yardage run after run and then just keep on feeding that beast. In a game like this, whichever offense can get that rhythm and run game going first is likely going to be your winner.
Jason Sanders is out, ready to kick this one away. And here we go from Miami. Josh Downs to return it. In pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. So out come the Colts for their first offensive possession. Bringing them out to 4th overall pick in 2023 out of Florida, a super athlete at quarterback, Anthony Richardson.
I don't think it's hyperbole to say that when Anthony Richardson came out of the draft out of Florida, he was the greatest all-around athlete we'd ever seen at quarterback. 240 pounds, running 4.4, jumping 40 inches. He was the envy of defensive ends and linebackers that couldn't put up those numbers. Now, it's taken all those athletic traits and squeezing them into the quarterback position, maximizing all that physical talent to become the superstar he can be. You know, Kate, they always say that QB clock. You know what it's more like? It's more like an alarm, especially in a situation like that. And it's a good thing you woke up to it, able to make something out of nothing and at least keep them moving forward.
From the 38. That's brought in. It's his back, Jonathan Taylor. And that short gain is enough for a new set of downs.
To this day, I can still see the faces of the big guys in the huddle. When you call a screen like that, instead of them just getting knocked backwards, they get to be salesmen. They get to push those linemen downfield and then tee off and go hit somebody like they did right there.
Here's the first carry for Jonathan Taylor. And he's able to reach that midfield stripe after some solid running. Just a little short, but still a 9-yard pickup. That's going to bring up 2nd and 1.
I'm not kidding you, Kate. A run of that length at the NFL level, honestly, is the equivalent of a run of 15-plus at the high school level. It's hard in the run game to make yards, and they just got a very successful one.
Off the play fake, here's Richardson. Tight end reels in the shallow throw. Pickup of a few as he heads out of bounds. He only finds a window for 2, but that's still enough for a first down.
I'm sure, Coach, a play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
On first down, it's Richardson. He's got his man. That's Alec Pierce. And they're going to bring him down at the 36. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
Taylor gets it on 1st and 10. And that's good for a gain of 5. Tackle made by Jordan Brooks. Halfway there on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Kate, I know you can see that smile on my face as we stand next to each other. Sure, I love that run, but I'm thinking about some great running backs. In fact, Corey Dillon, who created a lot of negative grades on my play sheet because I didn't want to carry out no fake. I wanted to watch the damage he could do like we just...
Trying to get away from the pressure, but he can't, and they drop him. And that pushes him back. 3rd down coming up.
All right, first sack on the board on the first drive as a defense, and now we let the chess match begin, the adjustments begin, because we know pressure leads to sacks, and sacks in this league often leads to wins.
And the Dolphins in a nickel set for this 3rd down. Play action with Richardson. Buying some time right. He's running for it. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
His drive has been excellent. A few shots now. It's starting with 6 as they come up on it. 1st and goal. Taylor can't fight past that line. They stop him at the 3.
Hey, I get it on 1st and goal, right? A lot of teams like to be conservative and limit risk. Even if a run is stopped short, you still got 2, sometimes 3 downs to play with.
So from the 3, here's 2nd and goal. Another shot for Taylor. And he runs it across. Touchdown! The Colts finish up an excellent opening series. It's a Jonathan Taylor touchdown. Well, you couldn't ask for a better start to a game than that. The offense taking it all the way down the field and finishing with 6.
These opening drives, Kate, are such tone setters. It is why every offense loves to script their first 15 plays, right? Everybody knows what's coming. Allows you during the practice week to get into rhythm, but even better when you're that sharp, that crisp, and you finish off and get the early lead.
Matt Gay on for the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Colts will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Here's Gay now to handle the kickoff. Washington now to return. He stopped on the return at the 27. So here come the Dolphins as they get set for their debut series. They'll be led out by a proud Samoan and one of your few fellow lefty QBs, Brock, Tua Tagovailoa.
Tua's early career, yeah, it was known for injuries. Maybe not being as durable and as available as you want in a top 10 pick. But the last few years, he's taken great strides to rewrite that narrative. Remember, this was a guy that rewrote the record books in Hawaii, won a national championship at Alabama, and nobody questioned the accuracy of that left arm. It was just the availability, well, that he's had to rewrite, and he's done a heck of a job. They would sure love to connect on some of these intermediate throws, those chunk throws. Getting a completion like that, well, not only does it spark your offense, but it just sets you up for even more aggressive play calling.
Couldn't connect on first. It's 2nd down. Throwing again. Here's Tua. This one is tipped away and incomplete. Good positioning to make a play on it. That forces 3rd down.
I hate those situations, Kate, as a QB. I'm looking for an open passing lane, and I can't find one anywhere. He thought he had one available. Defense did a better job of knocking it away.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Shotgun snap now to Tagovailoa. He lofts it deep left. And that's going to be knocked away, incomplete. His first target doesn't lead to his first catch. And that brings up 4th and long.
The ability to track the ball, right? Ball skills isn't just knocking it away, and that's a beautiful job there, Kate. But ball skills is also being able to track a ball on a deeper throw like that. If he doesn't swat it away, we're looking at a huge gain.
4th down, and on comes the punt team, and the kick's away. He has it at the 33. And he gets him something back on that return. They're up in the neighborhood of midfield. Nice 12-yard pickup on the return. And the Colts will take over. The Colts with their offense out, their 2nd drive coming up. And they take the field exactly where they want it to be, Brock. Up a touchdown early, and with the home crowd a little quieter than normal.
I'm not going to lie to you, Kate. I think most quarterbacks, competitors love playing on the road when they do just this. Just quiet them. Right? Turn them against their own team. They were quiet after that opening touchdown. You score another one, they're going to start to murmur, and we might even hear a few boo birds.
Let's see how they attack this first down, Brock, from the 43. Off the play fake, he'll throw. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Jordan Brooks comes up with it. And the Dolphins get the football on the first turnover of the contest.
Such a huge point of emphasis for so many defenses, clogging up the middle of the field. They saw that receiver enter the middle and did a terrific job of baiting the quarterback into the throw, and an even better job of forcing the interception.
Chance here for one final play before the end of the quarter. Opening carry for Devon Achane. And the defense gets there to force a small loss. And they can go ahead and stay in that huddle. We're at the end of the first quarter. 7-0 is our score. Back to Hard Rock Stadium right after this. Back for the start of quarter number 2. It's Dolphin football as we begin. They have second down behind the sticks. Down the sideline inside the 40. And he has it almost to the red zone down at the 21-yard line. It's a 33-yard gain and a fresh set of downs.
No frills, nothing fancy. That was just a good old offensive line dominated in the trenches. And that sprung him to get to the second level and beyond.
Now they'll hit the line just outside the red zone following that big play. First down, and they go right back to it. And he's able to push this down to the 12. Call it 9 yards. Looked like a first for a moment. It's 2nd and 1.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Tua off the play fake. Touchdown, Miami! Great opportunity to find a touchdown there, Brock, and they come through with 6.
Receivers want the ball everywhere on the football field. But you start smelling the end zone, they really want their chance. And they will tell you as a quarterback, just give me an opportunity and I'll make a play. He sure did.
Jason Sanders to try the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Dolphins tie this game 7-7. Sanders all set to send it away. Starting from the 5. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. Now the Indianapolis offense heading out. And it's going to be interesting to see, Brock, if they're a little rattled, seeing that interception end up costing them the lead. Things all tied up now.
Okay, maybe a little rattled, but these are pros, and part of that is understanding. Those guys on the other side, they're capable of making plays too. The key now is to go atone for it and get that lead back. That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up second and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Rolling from the pistol, Richardson. Caught him deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out! And the Dolphins got it! And Miami returns this to the end zone. Touchdown! The Dolphins capitalize on that turnover and take the lead. Great time to bring some extra pressure off that snap, and that made all the difference in getting that fumble and the defensive score.
I can hear it in your voice. I think you saw it coming. I saw it coming. I think even the crowd saw it coming.
Yep.
That quarterback did not see that blitz coming, and boy, did it pay dividends.
Extra point attempt coming from Sanders. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Dolphins break that tie and now lead by 7. Nice little energy on their sideline after that fumble return scored, and with plenty of energy, he'll send this one away. Returning it from the 4. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. The Indianapolis offense ready to take another swing at it. And this drive would be a win if they can just hang on to the football, Brock, coming off those back-to-back turnovers. Offense ready to begin this drive, 1st and 10. Taylor gets it to begin the drive. And he's only able to power this forward for about 3 yards.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
2nd down now, 7 to go. Now a toss play, Taylor. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. A couple yards on the run. It's 3rd and 6 now.
Yeah, that defense was flying to the ball. You see that outside toss. This is a pursuit drill that they work on over and over again. Get to that toss before it can really get started.
Richardson on 3rd. He has the first over the middle. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the 1st down.
Every time I see one of those angle routes, I think back to my day 1 install. Rookie minicamp in the NFL. Texas, angle route. 49ers of the 80s, they were making hay with it then, and the running back's still doing it to this day.
Richardson now on 1st and 10. That's complete to Pittman. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. 1st down throw here from Richardson. An alert play defensively there. He got a hand on it to tip it away, and that makes it 2nd down.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. They'll throw again. Richardson. Short pass caught by his tight end. We'll have him gain up about a handful there. It's Cater Kohu up to make that play.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
3rd and short yardage here, Richardson. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. Now the Dolphins call a timeout. It's their 1st. As they'll get together and discuss with 4th down coming up. Here's Matt Gay for the Colts field goal. This one from 47 yards away. Up and good from Fairbairn. And it's dropped back down now to a 4-point game.
A dependable kicker, man. That is a coach's best friend. Saves him so much stress to have a guy he can really trust to go out and hit it from that distance consistently. Because from that far out, no kick is a guarantee.
We've got a good one here. They've cut the lead to 4 as they send it away. D. Eskridge to return it. He stopped on the return at the 27. The Dolphins send a running back, Devon Achane, getting back to work. They're getting close to a minute to play, Brock, and they're going to need that time with a long field ahead. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Tungavailoa now working from the gun. Completed over the middle. And he's going to bring it up out to the 40-yard line before he stopped. Give him 13 on that play. And it'll be first down, Miami.
Tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the combine because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. But that was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
New slated downs to approach here from the 40. Tagovailoa on first down. This one's taken in by Hill. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. First down, here's Tua. And he's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there when he saw the field. It's going to be second down.
Everybody wants to play quarterback until a play like that. Almost no resistance off the ball and the defense ready to maul you. It was all he could do to get rid of it before he gets just clocked.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's second down. Again, it's Tagovailoa. That's caught. Devon Achane. And this almost ended worse, but he gets a yard out of it. Gritty pay there to take him down.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to third down so we can have a chance to get off the field.
Dolphins field goal unit out. This from 48 on the left hash. Aubrey puts it through. And add 3 to their lead as it extends to 7.
You'd expect him to make most of those attempts from this distance, but it's never a lock. So they'll happily take this and finish off the drive with points.
Well, Brock, barring the touchback, this kickoff should run out the half, so better make that return good as it's away. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. He'll throw it. He smartly won't risk something here and just chucks it away. So we've reached halftime down here in Miami. The Dolphins have the lead. Now we'll send you up to Orlando, our studios there, for Jonathan Coachman and the EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. Back to you and Brock in a bit. But first, time for our EA Sports Halftime Report. It was a strong first half from the lefty, Tua Tagovailoa. He had a touchdown pass in that first half, helping his guys to a halftime advantage.
All right, thank you, Coach, and we are back and about set to begin the second half. Here's Gay now to handle the kickoff. Washington now to return. This return makes it up to the 25. The Dolphins getting their offense out there to start off this second half. And their last drive did end in points. Not as many as they wanted, though. They had to settle for that field goal despite advancing the football pretty well. On first down, they're going to start out with Achane. And he'll knife his way through for a pickup of 4.
That is just a good, solid run right there. I know, it's pretty basic commentary, but sometimes football can be basic. It keeps you on schedule. That kind of yards per carry, and you move the sticks.
2nd and 6 coming up here. From the 28, he beams one deep right side. They connect on the deep shot. like this, Brock. Sometimes you just gotta ask your dude, show me what you got, man. Show off those wheels, and he did just that.
Yeah, beauty in simplicity, right?
Yep.
Now, when you run that fly route, you gotta win right from the jump. And you gotta protect yourself from the sideline, too. Don't get pushed to the boundary. Give your quarterback room to throw it up, and you can find pay dirt.
Extra point attempt coming from Sanders. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Dolphins double their lead to 14. Sanders all set to send it away. Downs on the return. And he gets across the 30 before he's brought down. The Colts ready to take the field. And this game might be going better if he could have some more time just to work back there. This pass rush has been all over them. Really keeps taking this offense out of any grooves that they've managed to get into.
Okay, I like to say in life there's energy givers and there's energy vampires.
Yeah.
And for this defense, these sacks right here, they're such energy givers. And, man, it's like a vampire sucking the juice out of an offense.
Yeah, I love that. This one delivered off target, Brock. That's incomplete.
That play right there, Kate, that just goes to show you, you can't take any completion for granted. Even some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
Couldn't connect on first. It's second down. From the shotgun, it's Richardson. Taylor makes the catch. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a first down.
This running back is a mismatch maker. That's how I label him on my little sheet right here. Right under his bio, this guy just creates matchup nightmares for every defender on the field.
First and 10 from the 41. Working from the gun, it's Richardson. Finds him over the middle. This is ahead for about 5. It was Tyrell Johnson with the tackle.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on first down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
Halfway to the marker, it's second and 5. Shotgun, handoff to Taylor. He's descended upon quickly and dropped after it looks like a yard gain. Javon Holland there to make the stop. They manage a single yard that time. They're going to have to solve third down and 4.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
Stays in the pocket. Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. Fourth down coming up.
You know, so often we talk about speed offensively, right? We love receivers that can run. Well, that was a perfect example of how speed kills you defensively. A hurried throw almost ended an interception. And that wasn't until after they almost brought him down behind the line for a sack. Speed's the difference.
So this one will go out of bounds, and they'll start the drive inside their own 30. The Dolphins and Tyreek Hill headed back out on offense. And he finds himself across an important benchmark for yards this season after that last drive. He stayed pretty busy this season, and the numbers show just that. First and 10 now. Here's Tagovailoa. He's got time here. And he just gets rid of it. Knew he had a couple of plays left. Didn't want to take a risk there on first down.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
So after the incompletion, here comes the second down call. Tua setting up to throw. This one finds Berrios. Decent gain here, but short of the first. And on third down, the Colts going with the nickel here. Running back sent in motion. Throwing on third, Tagovailoa. Achane reels it in. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down.
Okay, I know exactly what's going to happen. I've seen it once, I've seen it 100 times. Next week on the practice field, this running back's going to say, see, I'm not just a running back. I can play receiver. And you receivers, you couldn't do my job, but I just showed you I could do yours.
Ball on the 45, 1st and 10. Tagovailoa off the play fake. He lobs it up, looking deep to the right side. And disaster averted. He knocks away the deep ball, incomplete.
You know, ball skills, they're not just a selling point for receivers entering the draft. Teams want defenders, especially in this day and age of the passing game, who can make plays on the ball too, especially on these deeper throws. He doesn't swat that one away. We could be looking at a huge gain.
To the air yet again, Tagovailoa. On target to his man, Berrios. And he gets it through the midfield stripe and onto the Colts side of the field.
The goal of that little drag route is to get him for at least a minimal gain with space to add after that. That picked up a good chunk, and it was nearly a big play.
All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. They kick the running back in motion. Here's Tua again. Complete beyond the marker. And he's going to be brought down after reaching the 43. 5 yards on that play and enough for a new set of downs.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
Berrios makes the catch. And they'll manage to contain him after about a 6-yard pickup. Zaire Franklin there to make the tackle.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. On the 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
They send a man in motion. Tua off the play fake. Tight end reels in the shallow throw. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end, because that's their bread and butter. That play action gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake. And then when he releases, he gets out, he gets some leverage. He gets to that edge before the defender can cover him.
3 quarters in the books from this one. This one not out of reach quite yet, but it is a 2-score game to begin the 4th. Offense set for a 1st and 10. Achane on the toss right. And he'll only get this to the 26 before going down. Only 2 yards, and it brings up 2nd and 8.
I don't mind that call on the early downs. Give that defense something to think about. You got the inside run between the tackles, and whether it's jet sweeps or a little swing pass, or in that case a toss, make sure you threaten to the outside.
2nd down carry for Achane. 1 yard on the run, so just 3 yards across those last 2 carries. It's 3rd and 7. Slot man motioned over. Throwing, here's Tagovailoa on 3rd. And this is caught. Touchdown, Miami. The Dolphins have likely locked up the win right there. That one not easy, Brock. Threading the needle there. There was a lot of traffic in the end zone, but he found his man.
Yeah, that was an ill-advised decision. But when you give your receiver a chance, that's what they love. And sometimes you just have to trust your guys are better than theirs.
two-point attempt coming from Sanders. The point after splits the uprights. And the Dolphins stretch their lead to 21. Sanders all set to send it away. Downs on the return. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. The Colts offense set to head out. They struggled to produce on that last series, but better results ahead as they take possession here. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Back to throw, here's Richardson. Over to Pittman on the sideline, caught. And he'll be out of bounds right along the 40. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the 1st.
It was such a privilege for me to watch Marvin Harrison and Reggie Wayne in person in Indianapolis do their work. Darrell Jackson out in Seattle. They showed how great a deep out is as a chain-moving play. It's all about getting that leverage at the top of the route and then exploiting the leverage as that ball arrives on time downfield.
On target to his man Taylor. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49.
Just get this guy touches. I don't care how, I don't care when. Just find unique ways to get this running back the ball, and over time, he's going to make you pay.
Shotgun snap now to Richardson. That one's caught along the left sideline. And he's marked down, looks like at the 32-yard line. A 19-yard pickup, and that's going to move the chains.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
Moving quickly, trying to get set again. On 1st down, it's Richardson. Into traffic, complete. And he's able to take this one down to the 25.
Good luck defending that short yardage slant. Just not going to happen. There's a reason this is a go-to play for just about any quarterback in every situation.
Offense up to the line fast. They'll throw again. Richardson has him on the quick hitter. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
That pitch and catch won't show up as a big play on the stat sheet, but it gives his own defense a little time to rest and gives an offensive coordinator a new set of downs to work with.
Working quickly here. 1st down from the red zone. Escapes the pocket. Oh, look at this. Here he goes. And this one does not go far. It's the 2-minute warning from Miami. Colts hoping to make it look a little better before time runs out. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. From the 16. This throw is caught. And they bring him down at the 7-yard line. 9-yard pickup, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
There's no question the greatest concern there was just getting the 1st down. You want a high percentage throw, and you're not really concerned about big yards. Well, the drag route was perfect. He comes open in the short field. It's easy to zip that throw right in there and reset those chains.
Has it in close. He has the Indianapolis touchdown. That is a touchdown to one of their prime receiving targets.
This is really what you pay your skill guys for. You know, I had an old coordinator say, it's my job to get you a one-on-one. It's your job to go out and win it with a touchdown.
Gay to add the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Colts get it back to a 14-point game.
Colts 17.
So even after the score, they're still down 2 possessions. Time not exactly on their side as they try this onside kick. Did the Colts get to it in time? Yes! It's Colts football!
Illegal touching. Offense.
Well, Brock, you can't blame him with how tough it is to recover an onside kick anymore, but he did hit it before it went 10 yards, so they had to throw the flag. Football on that 47-yard line, first down. A-Chain on the inside give. And he's able to take this up pretty close to that 40-yard line. Now we get a timeout from the Colts. That's their first, as they'll meet and decide what to do on this second down. They'll stick with A-Chain. And he works it deeper into enemy territory past the 40. Timeout Indianapolis, that's its second. And they'll have just one left to burn now. Here we go, third and less than a yard. A-Chain again. And he could not get there. They stop him right at the line. The Colts take a timeout. That's their last one. That's all they had. So the offense free to start running the clock down now. Fourth down, and on comes Jason Sanders for the Dolphins field goal. It'll be a 54-yarder from the right hash. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And that makes this a 3-score game.
We got ourselves a 3-score game now after that make. It's got to feel like it's going to just about do it with any hopes of a comeback still smoldering. I think these kickers enjoy those opportunities, Kate, to be the one to kick this lead out of range.
Sanders all set to send it away. Downs on the return. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Here comes the Colts offense now for another possession. And this a final opportunity to make things a little closer in that final score. First down throw here from Richardson. Sideline throw reeled in by Downs. And they're going to touch him down after a short pickup. Offense hurrying to the line with the clock running. From the 30 on second down. That's complete to Pittman. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
Trying to set this up quick. Richardson now on 1st and 10. Incomplete pass, and we're down to 12 seconds remaining.
Those passes get more and more difficult as you try to get aggressive downfield. I love the call. I love pushing the ball down the field. But the windows in the throwing lanes aren't there long, and it only takes a little bit for a throw to be off.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's second down. Working from the gun, it's Richardson. Escapes out to the left. Makes the grab in bounds left side. And he takes it inside the 35 before heading out.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. And a lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
One final shot here. Taking a final shot at the end zone. And that pass falls incomplete. Well, they kept trying, they kept taking shots at the very end, but now we have reached that end. This one's over. So in the end, it's a Dolphins win here. And this is a game that proves every Pee Wee and Pop Warner and high school coach across the country correct, Brock. Teams who make fewer mistakes and turnovers gonna win a lot of football games. They kept the football, they forced a couple of turnovers, and that was a big part of the difference in this one. And with Brock Heward and our EA Sports crew, I'm Kate Scott saying so long from this one. The Dolphins, your winners, as we say so long from Miami.